Hi, welcome back to Life with Mama B. Today I'm going to be a little transparent with you, and the next few videos is going to be about my journey. One of the things that I'm going to talk about today, it's it's a it's been a experience. It's been one of the experiences in my life. It's been miraculous for me. Uh, it's one of those things that many people, when you go through some things that last more than a day in your life, it's a challenge. So it was very challenging in my life. What I'm speaking of today is fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia, I was diagnosed with that in 2003. It was a long journey. It was, just going through many diagnoses, many tests, much medication. It was a whole lot of things. So it was one of the challenges in my life. And I just wanted to share that because I need you all to be blessed by what man says there's no cure for. So, like I said, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2003. At that time, I didn't know what it was. And apparently my doctor didn't know what it was either. But it was just so many things going on in my life, just pain, not knowing where it's coming from, and it's pain all over the body, which is what fibromyalgia is. It is muscular pain throughout your entire body, tenderness. It has to do with fibro fog, uh, just a lot of muscle, tender pain. It can affect your body, it can affect your life in many ways. When I first started the journey, the doctor was sending me I had to go see a psychiatrist. I had to go see a neurosurgeon. I probably went to every type of doctor there was to go to. They were telling me that I had arthritis. Then they were just saying I was just having some type of infection in my body that was causing me pain. But I was having the pain just like all over my body, it felt like. But after going through many tests, they came and said, okay, you have fibromyalgia. There's no cure for it. You're going to be in pain every day of your life. And then my doctor said, but we can give you some medication for you to be, in a comfortable pain. Now, I don't know about you, but comfortable and pain just didn't work well for me in the same sentence. So we went through, many medications to try to control the pain. Found out that fibromyalgia is pain in 18 points. You can be in pain in up to 18 points of your body. At the time, I had 11. At this time, I have all 18 points. Those can be in the chest area. It can be in the hips. It can be in the neck. It can be in the shoulders. It had gotten to the point where I would be walking around and in my shoulders it would just felt like big balls, like it was just little golf balls. So they tried many treatments, x-rays, MRIs, you name it, there it was, only to find out that none of those things helped. So I refused to take the medication that they were offering. And I refused because I'm in all of this pain. And when I say pain, it's like pain to the touch. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But, the medication, they were saying, okay, let me know if this causes you to have suicidal thoughts. Or, let me know if this causes you to have seizures. When they got through with all of that, my thing was, okay, now that you put a name on it, God is going to have to heal me from this because the medication I'm not going to do. So I refused to take the medication. And then my doctor said, okay, well, we can take you off the job and, grant you disability. And I told him, I said, okay, no, because I'm not disabled. So I refused to sit down and take it. I didn't say I wasn't in pain because I was in some crucial pain in all points of my body. It made me angry. I was walking around very angry. It made me anxious. It made me depressed. All of those things. But I got to the point where I was like, okay, yeah, I can't do this. I can't just be in pain all the time, do nothing about it. I'm not going to take the medication. So I began to get online and just look up some things that would cause fibromyalgia pain. When I began to look up those things, I found out that, my diet had to be different, that my activities had to be different, that I had to, rest because my thing was I love to go. One thing that I love so much is going to church and be among the saints. I loved that. So, I didn't want to stop doing this, didn't want to stop doing that, just running, running, running here, 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 there. But then at the same time, feeling really embarrassed, feeling really withdrawn, didn't really want to tell anybody what I was going through, but I could not hug people. People could not hug me because I was just in so much pain at the touch of my body in certain areas of my body. And so I just kind of took that because I didn't want people to feel offended by me saying, okay, you can't touch me. Okay, you can't hug me, just all of those things. So I went through all of that, in the beginning processes of being diagnosed with fibromyalgia. But then later, I began to, really sit down, settle down. Number one, I had to pray. I had to pray and believe God. And when I say believe God, I had to believe that whatever this is, that God is going to either heal me or He is going to give me the ability to move forward with it. And so I would meet different people that had fibromyalgia and they were just, they just kind of submitted to it. Or, they would say, oh, yeah, I'm on disability, or, those different things, because there are many phases and many conditions and characteristics of fibromyalgia. It's not just, the pain. But, we're going to go through my journey. Someone else's journey may be different, but we're going to go through my journey because I chose to believe God in the journey. That didn't mean that the symptoms I would not have, or that didn't mean that I didn't go through some of the things that this disease causes. I did. But still, I had to trust God. And so when you're going to trust God, and not just fibromyalgia, but with anything chronic, if you're going to trust God, your mind has to be made up, and you really got to trust God through the process. Because listen, this was a process for me. I got to the point sometime where I couldn't do anything. Nobody understood. Nobody tried to understand. When I say nobody, I mean people around me. They didn't try to understand why some things about me just wasn't kept up, or some things were not done. They didn't understand that. And so me trying to cope with what I'm dealing with, I didn't even have the mind frame to try to make them understand. And so I would go to church, I would go to different events, and before that event is over, or right when that event was over, I would just get up and then walk out. Because I knew that if people wanted to hug me or touch me, it was going to hurt me to no end. So I would just get up and walk out. So that is, the beginning journey of fibromyalgia for me. The biggest part of it was the diagnosis. I got really frustrated with the diagnosis because I had to go through so many things because the doctor himself did not know. He sent me to 3 or 4 different doctors. They did not know. So it's very frustrating. But let me tell you, when you make up your mind that the doctors don't have to know, but I know somebody that knows. And so, now it's a little different for me, but I'm going to walk you through my journey. So, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. Listen, fibromyalgia, not a problem for me anymore. Symptoms, maybe. But depression, no. Stress, no. All of those things, because of the wisdom and knowledge of God, I don't have to deal with those things anymore. Stay tuned, guys. More to come. Thank you. Bye.